Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 128 of the Too Sweet Wrestling Podcast. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we got the crew. We got Revenant, we got Resilient, and we got Maurice Shadows, who was at AEW Dynamite last night. How about that? We got a lot to talk about. AEW Dynamite, Danielson, Omega. The dream match is here. But how excited are we for it? And should it be going down this fast? A lot of things to happen to. Big E is the new champion. What are your thoughts on that? A lot of things to jump into. You can find us at linktr.ee/2sweetpod. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see all of our Twitter ads on the screen. So, where should we start first? Let's go with AEW to start things off. We had CM Punk come out. He had a crowd dive once again. I'll be getting worried for that young guy. Well, he's not young, but I'll be getting worried for that guy when he does the crowd dives. Nevertheless, we kicked it off with Adam Cole versus Frankie Kazarian in what was a very fun matchup. Adam Cole gets the win. What did you guys think about that matchup?
Even as a vet, very good.
Yeah, man, Frankie still has it, man. I just kind of.
I'm saying both.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sure. I'm always the up that when he makes the entrance into the ring.
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
It was a really. I was saying, I'm always love the pop that Adam come and he makes.
Kind of breaking up.
Oh, but
Well, Cole, Frankie, I tell you what, Frankie kind of gets lost in the shuffle at times. Like he had a great match with Christian. I think that was Christian's first matchup. Had a great matchup here. Adam Cole picks up the victory. And we had story time with Adam Cole, baby. Crowd popped for that. Marie, what was that like? You being live in attendance, just the crowd reaction to that guy.
Well, I got to join in on the Adam Cole building thing, which I never got the chance to, but that was pretty fun. Adam Cole is definitely a star, and I love the way that he works. I did not know they were going to open the show with Adam Cole versus Frankie Kazarian. I thought that was going to be the main event. But I didn't have really high expectations like when I went. I just wanted to go and enjoy it. But I would say right now that the Prudential Center is the worst venue ever.
Wow.
Worst venue fucking ever. I had like a bad experience, so like I was in and out of the fucking show.
Oh man.
Like guys, do not book your shows there. Like unless they change their fucking policies. But other than that, the story time for Adam Cole, the speakers were like so bad that I didn't really get to hear much of everything. So I'm gonna have to like rewatch fucking Dynamite.
Oh man.
But it was a cool experience to hear him talk and do story time. And I did hear that he said that the Super Click is back.
Right.
Which that picture. Yes, it does.
Yes, indeed. It is gonna be. Go ahead, you got it.
Let me explain that. The reasoning so Marie on TV, not just her, but also Dave, aka Graham,
Really?
from Graham's Toy Show.
Really?
I just saw him.
I missed that.
He was the dude in the green shirt.
Dang, how did I miss that?
Yeah. He does the backyard wrestling stuff.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Yeah, big shout out.
Shout out to Dave. And shout out to our girl Resilient.
Yes, indeed.
And also Maria.
Yes, indeed.
Who's at the show?
Yes, indeed. So the Super Click versus the Jungle Express and Christian. I'm just so jealous of New York. Like
and Jungle Boy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. If they're taking us to Adam
That's
Cole,
gonna be an interesting match.
yes, if they're taking us to Adam Cole versus Jungle Boy, sign me up. I love it. I love it. Moving on, we had MJF come out, and geez, the boos when his music hit were deafening. It was like dude was Shawn Michaels in Canada. That's how loud the boos were. That's how loud. That's what it sounded like. I mean, he was getting.
Let me see that.
Go ahead.
Swear to God, MJF knows how to piss off. Knows how to piss off everybody. And he was in Oakland. Oh God, he would get shot.
The dude.
You don't want to mess with a guy who's been raised in the ghetto. Come on now.
The dude is.
Even if it gets respect to the Oakland A's.
Right.
That would get him shot. If he were to mess with the San Francisco Giants, he would get shot.
Yeah, man. The dude is a habitual line stepper. Is what he is.
Yeah. While I was there, those freaking boos were real, and they were like really loud and shit. And I was like, oh my God, I know people can hear it. We can barely talk.
Y'all were all over him. It made for great television. It made for great television. I will say I didn't enjoy he had enough heat as it was the talking down to Brian Pillman. Like I hate it really bothered me when Randy Orton did it with Eddie Guerrero and they did it here. I was like, they could have left. You know, MJF was getting enough heat as it was. And
man, you leave stuff alone.
Right.
You leave good stuff alone.
Right. They could have left that one. But nevertheless, Brian Pillman Jr. comes out to make the save, and because he's a face, like he can't apparently attack MJF from behind, so he's standing there with the chair. Wardlow grabs the chair, and that is that. We are gonna get Pillman.
Wardlow, he's progressing. He's becoming a face.
Very talented, man. Very talented.
Very underutilized, actually.
That's another thing. Very underutilized. Like, I think he's going to step out of that bodyguard role once he does that. I think it's going to be big
he
things.
Needs to be in more matches. He needs to be in more matches, man.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, he tossed Jericho around like he was a ragdoll. So, he has potential.
Yeah, the dude has great potential. We will get Pillman versus MJF. And after that, man, Malachi Black came down. Lights out, lights on. That dude's entrance. Like, it's something when the announcers don't talk over the entrance. And Malachi Black has one of those entrances for me. That is just awesome. Nothing needs to be said. He comes down, and before he can really get into his promo, Rosario Dawson is at ringside, and you know what?
She's
jealous.
A nightmare.
Yeah.
She's a nightmare family camp.
Yeah. And I am jealous of Marie. Not that you got to see the show AEW Dynamite. You got to see Rosario Dawson live. I am so jealous. I am so jealous.
Yeah, man. When the camera panned to her, I was like, oh shit, Rosario Dawson. It was really cool. It was a cool moment. AEW knows how to make cool moments. And then I'm gonna take it a little bit further because I wasn't expecting Cody to come back. I wasn't expecting this whole thing that you guys saw on TV. And that got me back into the mood. It got me back into being excited for AEW. Because I was like, oh shit, we're actually having this right now? And they did fight through the crowd, which was hilarious. And then, obviously, people started following them to the back once they went up the stairs and, towards the back area. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, this is like WWE with the brawls. Man, this is funny. And then, at the end, all the referees came out at the end of everything. It's like, what? When are you gonna break up? You guys are too late.
I'll give AEW this, man. Like I always say with WWE, like not enough stuff happens. It's either the ring or like in the interview spot. Like nobody ever goes into the crowd. Nobody ever goes outside. Not enough stuff like that happens in WWE, but it happens a lot in AEW.
Also, I want to add one thing. When we all realized it was Cody, the fucking place booed. Oh man, they gave him some shit. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. That brings me to another point. We said how long? I don't know when that Cody Malachi match was. I said Cody cannot.
On the first time around.
Yeah, first time around. After it, I said Cody can't do the John Cena. He can't lose the first match and then ultimately come back and win out in the feud, therefore minimalizing the loss that he took in the first one. Who do you guys have winning that second match, and how do you see that?
Even if it's for a tie. Even if for a tie, I would say, oh God.
Because it is going to be very interesting, and I'm pulling for I'm pulling for
Sorry, that was my alarm.
Nah, it's okay.
That's why. So as I was saying, my pick is either or.
Either or, that's cool. That's cool.
In between, actually.
Right. We'll see. It's freaking stacked. I'm jealous of New York. They're getting like a pay-per-view worthy. They might as well. This is like
2 hours.
Yeah. 2 shows. It's like,
yeah, man.
It is just stacked, man. Stacked. After that, we had the Dark Order fighting. Anna Jay doesn't want anybody with her at ringside for her upcoming matchup, and I don't know what this Dark Order thing is going.
Breakup.
It has me interested in like
it's going into a breakup. I can tell you this. It's going into a breakup.
Huh?
It's going into a breakup.
Well, it could be that, or it could be your theory that you've been having all along. Your boy Wyndham coming in.
Yeah.
He's been coming closer.
Yeah.
But he's going to be having his family with him.
That would be mighty interesting.
Have you guys been following up on Bray Wyatt's tweet? It's about to happen. Yep.
Really?
I've been following the tweets on the dirt sheets, but I've also been following the news on it. Not just the dirt sheets, but just the news itself. Just the news itself.
Right. I am a huge fan. Well, partly because Bray Wyatt is a Louisiana boy. I always rep. He's one of.
Wait, you from Louisiana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
They got some good fried chicken.
Oh yes, sir. Good old Southern food down here, man. It's good stuff down here. Good eating. Good eating.
Dude, you gotta give me some recommendations.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna come up with some and we'll run them down on the next podcast. I most definitely will.
Yeah. Damn me, man.
Huge fan of Bray Wyatt, Louisiana boy, and the dude's just talented overall. I just like to do it from day one. I hope he.
Not just him. Bo, Strowman, and Redbeard.
That would be interesting. That would
all 4 of them are underrated.
Yeah, very underrated. Very underrated. And even Bryan had his run before they messed that up. But we'll see how that all turns out. Next up, we had Dan Lambert. And he was with Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and Top Team. And he was running down the fans as he normally does. And
I mean, he's great television. Oh, come on.
He
Going after me as a millennial. What the hell?
Huh?
Me as a millennial.
Yeah. He's always running down the fans, running down AEW, and that put out Chris Jericho, interestingly enough. He asked who's on top in top team, and they got a roar out of the crowd. And we have set up Jericho and
Hopefully,
Hager.
men of the year.
Yep. Jericho and Hager versus the men of the year. What do you guys think?
Hopefully, men of the year are willing to get their ass kicked.
I understand like the satirical point of Dan Lambert doing this, but as Marie said, what is Scorpio Sky doing there? And I don't know, I'm not really feeling this, but let's see how that match goes when it happens.
Yeah, Jericho saved the segment because I tweeted out like we could have used a women's match right here. We don't need Dan Lambert like in the ring. Like we really don't. If AEW is not really going to do anything with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, then what the fuck is the point of having them there? And what's the point of having them as a tag team? Right? They haven't had a tag team match against like the Young Bucks or the Luther Bros. Like they're just there in the fucking background to be with Dan Lambert. And if you haven't noticed, Dan Lambert is like the epitome of what all the WWE fans on Twitter like talk shit about. like AEW loves their meta, but like, please have Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page wrestle. Please have like 2 women's matches. But thank God they saved it because we all got to sing Judas twice that whole entire night. And we sang it during Dynamite and we sang it during Rampage. And it was great.
Let me say this. Saying Judas twice. It reminds me of the Bible where Judas actually kissed Jesus. Which was never explained. But still, it's like we're all Judas in our minds.
Well, what if we become?
At one point or another, yeah.
Nevertheless, I gotta echo your points on Scorpio Sky. Like, he just doesn't fit where they currently have him. And yeah, what are we doing here? I think that the best benefit is having Ethan turn on Scorpio and let them be singles guys.
Yeah.
Going forward. Next up, Jade Corgill versus Layla Hirsch. I was extremely excited to see Jade Corgill, and Layla Hirsch had a banger match with Camille, and like this I thought that they would go down that road with this one, but they needed time, and Jade Corgill picked up the win. We had a picture-in-picture break in between, and they didn't get a whole lot of time to establish themselves afterward, but Jade Corgill picks up the win. What did you guys think?
Jade Corgill actually picking up the victory for her to make herself look strong because she's aligned with Vicky Guerrero.
I was gonna say that Jade's entrance, it's really nice. You feel that she is that bitch, and she has that star presence.
Yeah.
So I really do love how they're building her up slowly. I mean, there's always stuff she can work on, but that entrance is like, you know that when she goes out there, she's gonna dominate. And that's a good thing about AEW and how they build people. I really did think they were gonna go down the Layla and Camille route, but I'm like, I need a rematch. It was okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jade picks up the victory, and she's on a slow burn. She's gonna be the champ one day. You would assume. We'll see how it turns out. Next up, Punk was out there explaining the Suzuki incident.
Yes. Come on.
Suzuki incident.
And I think everybody.
Everybody was there. Everybody was there. Everybody was pissed off. Even my boy Lance was pissed.
What do you guys think
He was
about?
a part of the Suzuki gang, man. Suzuki gang for life, baby.
Yeah, the whole trending thing on Twitter, the Suzuki incident. What did you guys think of that?
It's funny, and you know that people are bored. And I bet that Suzuki had a fun time with it, where people are like, hey, read this or whatever.
Yeah, and I got to give AEW credit. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry, guys. Just laughing.
I got to give AEW credit. They take these trending things and turn them into their benefit, like a little bit of the bubbly. You remember that?
Yeah.
Viral? You turned it into a drink.
Yeah.
They say, I give them credit for that. The Suzuki incident was trending, and they said, well, how can we make this benefit us? And they did. I got to hand it to them. After that, Hook was out. Where the Hook was at? Hook came out. Hot came out. I cracked up laughing. Last week, they said fans of Hook are called hookers. So I posted out where the hookers at when Hook came
out. Okay.
And
official, man.
They laid out Punk. What did you guys think of that segment?
I loved it. I was like, the table didn't even break. And then I was like, that table's from New Japan. Because New Japan tables don't break.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Hobbs versus Punk. I think that could be very fun. The people want Hook versus Punk. That's the dream match, so say. We'll see how that turns out going forward. After
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. It's just the background. One moment.
Okay. Dark.
Wait.
Go ahead.
What? What was happening?
That's some things going on in the background.
I'm guessing there was family.
Yeah. Dark.
Yeah, my daughter just woke up.
Wait, who woke up?
My daughter. I have soon to be 9-year-old.
Wow, that's cool.
That's crazy. A wrestling fan and a mom at the same time.
Oh yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yes, it is.
Next up,
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, thank you very much, sir.
My nephew's favorite wrestler.
Yes, indeed. Versus Shawn Spears. This one didn't go for very. This one didn't go for very long. Darby picks up the
victory. But at what cost?
FTR comes out. They get to land the boots to Darby and Sting. Get the spike pile driver on Sting. What did you guys think of this turnabout? FTR and Darby and FTR versus Darby and Sting.
The disrespect of the face paint. Why?
That's what I thought. The blatant disrespect towards Sting, and he can't beat up Tully Blanchard as he wished he could, I guess.
Yeah.
So my experience, my heart broke because I was like, oh, this is very interesting. Like, it grabbed me because they took off the face paint of both Darby and Sting. And I was like, yo, that's such a great storytelling and a storytelling element. And I was like, this is fantastic. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, you don't fucking do that shit. This is how they can involve the story, right? Because essentially, the face paint should represent like, what the fuck is I thinking? I don't want to say like power or whatever, but like it's their identity, right?
Yes.
Because sometimes when you do face paint, you kind of become a different person. You might gain confidence. You might gain, you're able to tell people to fuck off or whatever, right? So like when you remove that, you're removing their identity. And if it happens again, like they should be handicapped in the match. just because of storytelling elements. And I was like, this is so brilliant. Like my gears for like writing and like creativity was coming out, and I was like, this is something special.
Yeah.
And especially I got to witness it and feel the anger and the anguish of like, yo, why are you taking the face paint off? Like you shouldn't be doing that. I'm so behind Darby and staying for it that I'm gonna go against FTR and Tully. Because again, you don't do that for disrespect. But again, my writer side was coming out. I was like, this is brilliant.
Right. AEW does a good job of provoking emotion in their stories. They make you want to feel something, and they lead you down a path to get invested into. So yeah, they did a great job there, and I'm invested.
You're not wrong. The only thing is, like, why? I mean, even with the Spark Power Driver, if we should at least have something renewed with Blanchard and Stan.
Right. Well, I guess if it's a,
I'm just saying it for another time.
Yeah, maybe for another time. We'll see. After that, we had the white T-shirt off Danielson versus Omega.
I've been listening to his thing.
And I don't know what's going on here, but it's like these guys are single-handedly trying to bring back the white T era. And
please.
I'm not against it.
I've been doing that. I've been doing that since elementary.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
you guys are not famous, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We can acknowledge it because we don't talk about it, and I'll be like, yo, you guys are sharply dressed. But anyone else is like, oh, you're not famous.
Right.
yeah.
I've been doing the white T-shirt thing ever since elementary school. So I did it first.
Nevertheless,
Bryan Danielson popularized it. So give us credit.
Yeah, we got
so basically we have the Suzuki incident. Are we gonna have the white tea incident where people can make videos and be like, yo, I wanted to kindergarten?
Yeah, we want royalties. That's what we want. We want acknowledge us.
Technically, for me, I don't need royalty. I don't need any of that.
We need acknowledgement.
Well, at least, I'm glad that, I love Kenny, but I'm glad that he's not wearing like those couch covering blazers and double shoes
Yes.
for this segment.
It's definitely an upgrade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, we are going to be getting Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega next Wednesday.
It's like Ring of Honor.
In Arthur Ave.
Like Ring of Honor.
Non-title now, not title. What do you guys think about that? What's getting it this fast?
It's gonna be an instant classic.
Like I say, give him 20 minutes, no commercials, and just let him rock. No commercials.
So if straight up fight, if they don't want commercials, then like put them on first.
Ooh.
Please. Put them on first.
We'll say that whoever is gonna go next week to AEW Dynamite and Rampage, which I'm not gonna go next week. You guys better bring some energy drinks. I'm gonna be there till like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, right. Because Rampage right after. Yikes.
It's 2 hours.
2
And
hours.
then, right, so I just want to mention quickly about the format. Just for anybody who's going to any AEW shows in the future. So what they do is that the show starts at 7.
Right.
So as soon as the show starts at 7, you sit through AEW Dark, you sit through AEW Evolution, you sit through AEW Dynamite, and then you sit through AEW Rampage. I did the whole thing yesterday.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Wait. How long were you there?
We left at like 11 at night.
Golly, man.
And if you're going next week, expect to like leave later because the rampage is gonna be 2 hours. Holy shit! And I'm gonna tell you that the venue, like, they're probably gonna close some of the like drink stations. So I don't know how long you guys are gonna do it.
It's a marathon there. That is a
Indeed.
marathon. We
I
go.
got something to say.
Go ahead.
God damn.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it any better, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
I will say as an aside, I hope they don't forget about Hangman Page. Please don't forget about Hangman.
Yeah, man, I thought you know, when Kenny and Bryan Danielson was in the ring for a little bit longer than like usual, a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Just like talking shit before Kenny backed off. I was like, yo, like my blood was like, Hangman's coming out, right?
Right.
Hangman's coming out, right? Man.
Because they didn't hit the music. It's like they were waiting on something.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why I was like, yo, just show up at the entrance. I just want to see you, man. Even though, like, I have 30% chance of believing that you're gonna, like, get the championship title.
Right. Right.
For me personally, let me say this about the whole freaking promo. Bryan had history with Kenny.
Yes.
Not just through PWG, but with Ring of Honor too. Not only that, having issues. That funny piece of shit. Don Callis.
Yes. Yes, man. Don Callis is a heel's heel. I'll tell you that much.
I hate Don as a heel, but when it comes to a face, he knows what he's doing.
I gotta like him as a
Shout
heel.
out to Don. Shout out to Don Callis. Shout out to Super Elite and the Super Click.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Bullet Club, gang gang.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Moving on to the main event, we had Team 2.0 versus Mox and Kingston. This did not go for very long. We'll say with AEW, they leave little time for their main events. Normally, by the time we get to the main event, it's 8:50, and they have the picture-in-picture, which leaves like 6-7 minutes for the match. So this one,
It's usually 6:50 if
Huh?
you're on the East Coast.
What's up?
It's usually 6:50 if you're on the East Coast.
Yeah. So the main event doesn't go for very long.
For me,
Mox and Kingston picks up.
6:50. And they usually give like 6 to 7 minutes.
Right. And Suzuki comes out. This is the story. Suzuki and Archer comes out, and they do not cut off Suzuki's song. Thank goodness. The crowd was going.
Oh, man. I was waiting for the Kazarian hair. That shit was amazing.
It was loud.
And by the way, a little tidbit behind the scenes. My boy JD Alpha was in the crowd. He was at
That's
and
cool.
and she got the chance to high five Suzuki. So you guys go back to watch AEW Dynamite, and you see JD Alpha like grab a slingshot, send it to me. Need to be putting on my Twitter handle, but Shadow, send me the screenshot. And if you want to follow my boy JD Alpha, it's at the number 2 GDD JD Alpha. I'm sorry, but it was really nice.
That is super cool. I'm gonna go back and watch that.
Honestly, when I watched it, yes, I did catch it. Marie, I did catch it.
You know JD Alpha?
Yes.
Yo, I was trying to show up when I was there in my section. I was like, where the fuck is this guy? Like, I didn't even see him. But I'm so happy that like he got the chance to be in the front crowd and be part of that.
Not just you, but Dave and his fiance.
That is super, super, super cool, man.
I know. One of our own.
Marie Shadows and
JD Alpha.
JD Alpha.
Yeah,
we are getting
represented.
We are getting Suzuki and Archer versus Mox and Kingston, and you know what? Let's let Suzuki get a victory, man. I want to see him get a dub.
Please.
I want to see him get a dub.
If it's over Eddie,
yeah,
do it.
Yes, that's
Don't
exactly
do it over
what
Mox.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't get Mox.
Right.
Archer, get Kingston.
Yeah, let the dub be over Kingston. We'd be good with that.
Also, another little tidbit too. If you guys didn't notice the video package of what they showed of Archer and Suzuki teaming up in a tag team and in New Japan Pro Wrestling, that was during World Tag League, and the guys that being beat up was GOD, the Guerrillas of Destiny. So, maybe after this G1, maybe we can get some stuff going on too, but they really showed Tama and Tangaloa in that video package.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tama Tonga, I was actually in Spaces.
Right.
Tasha Steels.
Huh?
And guess who happened to stop by?
Who's that?
Tama stopped by yesterday?
Tama Tonga stopped by.
No wonder why he asked that question of like, what's better, Twitter Spaces or Clubhouses? I love Tama, man.
Yes, indeed. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna like probably do a Twitter Spaces and be like, yo, Tama, hop on. I know you're up.
Anytime.
Hang on.
As we move on to NXT 2.0, we'll look at a few things for the sake of time. Won't go through the whole show. We will go through. I was very nervous watching this at the beginning. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go into it with an open mind and let's hope for the best. Right from the get-go, we had Brian Breaker, Rick Steiner's kid. Why did they not let him keep the Steiner name? I don't know. But he faced off with LA Knight, and man, it was a darn near squash, as I see somebody requested. Oh, Marie. Okay. It was a darn near squash. Brian Breaker picks up the victory. What do you guys think about Rick Steiner's kid being in NXT?
Ooh. Rick Steiner. Having his kid being in NXT? Interesting.
I really did not know Rick Steiner had kids. I didn't think he was going to have kids. And look at this. He played like a clean image. He clothed himself. I'm really excited to see what they should just listen to Rick Steiner.
Yes.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he does. I do want to hear a Steiner 2.0 match from his son. I do want to hear this.
Yes, indeed. That would
having
be...
a father and son.
Yeah.
Having a father and son thing on NXT. That would be something.
Yeah.
That would be something special.
Like you say, they should let him keep the Steiner name because whether you're an old school fan or a new school fan, you know the Steiner name, whether it be for unintentional comedy or great wrestling, you know Steiners.
Yeah.
After that, we had Mello Hayes and Trick Williams. This is a pretty interesting combo. They beat down Duke Hudson, and all of a sudden we have a heel turn from Mello Hayes. And you know what? I'm liking this guy. We got the contract. He's going to cash in at any given time. What do you guys' thoughts on Mello Hayes? Any thoughts?
So, I did get the chance to watch the new NXT I was only looking at it through Twitter here and there, but I just wanted to make a comment.
Yeah.
I know that they had the to fight for the vacant NXT Championship title.
Yeah.
I don't know why Layla Hirsch didn't I don't know. I want to say Kazarian his contract, but he should have been part of that and
Right.
the contract is vacant, and then become champion.
Right. Like, go ahead.
Oh no, it was just a question,
Right. And I'm moving to the championship matchup. Like, for one, why wasn't Melo Hayes there? For two, why didn't Brian Breaker get put into the match? We got Von Wagner, like extremely new cat, get put into the world title match versus Ciampa, versus Dunn, versus LA Knight. And it was a fun matchup. And I gotta say, I thought anybody except Ciampa, well, the new kid, was gonna win the match. Like, I thought it was down to LA Knight and Dunn, and I was shocked that Ciampa picked up the victory, but pleasantly shocked. Ciampa, Goldie's home. What do you guys think about Ciampa being the world champ again?
I think it would have worked with the old version of NXT. And nonetheless, I'm with you. I thought that actually LA Knight was going to get a championship. But I think this is a good thing. I hope they don't derail it.
Right.
You know?
Right, I gotta agree with that. I gotta agree.
Personally, for me, having Goldie meet Ciampa, with Ciampa's little girl, that's something.
That's pretty cool. That was a pretty cool picture.
Yeah.
I was going to say that how does it benefit Ciampa? How does it benefit this new NXT 2.0 that feels like Nickelodeon? And how is this pushing the brand forward with the new mantra of we don't want these certain type of guys to be on top? Like, obviously NXT still wants to cultivate new talent, right?
Right.
So why not put on a new talent to represent that this is the new NXT 2.0 with a whole new brand of faces, a whole new brand of stories. So how does this really benefit both Ciampa and the NXT 2.0? Not taking anything away from Ciampa, because he's good and he's a veteran, so we can help the younger guys. I get that, but really, what does it really benefit for him being champion?
Well, if they go with at the end, they had Ciampa versus Brian Breaker. If that's a segue to build up Brian Breaker into the champion, then I can see why they went down this route.
Yeah. Again, I didn't think how it ended, but if they do that, that'll be fine. But big picture wise, I'm looking at it from that.
Right. After that, we had the wedding of Dexter Lumis. This was
Dexter Lumis and
Indy Hartwell.
Yes.
This was awesome, man. Like, I can't even go through all of the stuff that went down. The man's middle name is Dexter Gaylord Lumis. Like, I heard that and I lost it. I don't know if
What? Seriously?
yes. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen Meet the Parents, but Gaylord.
Hell no.
The dude's name is Gaylord.
Hell no.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, that was hilarious. But we had a lot of things happen here. We had the Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace. Dexter Lumis pulls out an axe in his blazer, and everybody shuts up. I was surprised. We had a wedding that actually went through without it being broken up. What did you guys think about all this?
Finally, something good happens.
Right. Like,
So here, what do you have to say?
I was sitting there the whole time like, okay, who's gonna break it up? Who's gonna break it up? And Dexter Lumis says, I do. And that's the end of it. Like, okay, that's what we're going with here.
Yeah, thankfully, and nobody was backstage waiting with a chair with the snake, you know. I think I'm glad it ended well.
Right, man. So I think the only thing I would have wanted to see, I wanted to see Beth Phoenix slam somebody. That's just me.
Yeah, and Beth Phoenix, I mean, maybe it's just me, but she's like transitioning more into that look of the aunt that goes to family gatherings and takes pictures, you know.
Right. She is transitioning into that role, and like she's a part of the index storyline now. So it'll be interesting to see what they do going forward. You gotta get your comedy podcast up in here. Shout out to them. One of my favorite podcasts. I just want to put it out there.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
What's good, man?
How you feeling?
Yeah, the wedding was dope. I like how they incorporated all the other wrestlers too. You know, you had Austin Theory. He didn't have the ring. Then my boy had the ring in his jacket. Beth Phoenix, you know, William Regal, the Zombie, Ref. I thought it was good.
Yeah, man, we had a lot going on. It was very entertaining.
Yep.
Very entertaining, man. And deserved to be like when the championship wasn't the main event, I was kind of pissed because I'm an old school guy. But once I started winning, I was like, you know what? Yeah, that deserved to go on last.
And Candice says, baby bump looks adorable and she looks so glowing. She looks beautiful.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. As we move on from NXT 2.0, Big E is the world champion, and man, I gotta say,
And I can say this.
go ahead.
Praise God! Jesus!
With you.
Yes, indeed. Look, man, the whole day, it kind of put a sour on things for me, like because I'm scrolling through Twitter that day, and okay, the story comes out that Big E is cashing in, and then Big E posts, "I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. I'm cashing in tonight." So when the moment came, look, I was very excited. We got a brother as a world champion again. A brother took the title off of the brother, the Raw title at that. So that's a huge moment. But like it did kind of bother me that they were going after the ratings, so it kind of took away from the moment for me. But very excited for E. What did you guys think?
I wasn't sure they were going to put themselves in the foot by doing that. I do see it as a ratings tactic because, you know, he announced it and he's going to cash in. But we all know that sometimes when people cash in, it doesn't really work.
Right.
But this time it worked. And I really enjoyed it. I really like the fact that Big E is champion. And it just was nice. Finally, you know, he got the recognition to be champion.
Right. He has come a long way, man, and like extremely entertaining and can go in the ring. So I'm excited for that dude. It's all about now. How do you book him? Like, don't Kofi him. What is the ring that comes?
Certainly. I mean, most certainly he deserves it, and I hope that they keep Brock focused on SmackDown to not do a Kofi on him.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of E, like for Survivor Series, the Bloodline versus the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes, let's go.
This is something we need to see. This is.
Let's go.
Like that I would pay good money to see that main event and see New Day get a win there. Like Bloodline versus New Day, who you got winning in that one? That match, get it.
Man, I don't know, man. Well, I hope they actually do it.
Right.
Because there was a couple of years back where it was supposed to be the Usos versus Shield when it was Ambrose and Rollins.
Right.
And they got taken away.
Right. And I mean,
So I hope they really do it.
and I think this is a good way, instead of doing just Biggie and Roman. You see, Drew McIntyre took the L last year. This way, you can get Big a big win, and he can take one of the Usos can take the fall. Roman doesn't have to take the fall. Big E looks good.
True.
And we move on. So I hope they go Bloodline New Day, because I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Speaking of Resilient, you mentioned Brock Lesnar. We had quite the segment. Brock Lesnar got into Paul Heyman's face, and it's interesting. Brock wants a title shot. Will he get it? We'll see. But the segment that they had, you know what? It was great, but man, some of the mistakes so gets taken away when Brock Lesnar starts talking on the microphone. I don't know if it's just me. He has this high pitch in his voice, and it's like,
No wonder.
Right.
Yep.
Like, so what did you guys think of the whole segment? Brock, Roman, Paul Heyman caught in the middle.
I just want to know, what's the build? Like, are they gonna hold this off all the way to like Mania or something?
Right.
They won't do that.
Because I feel as though, okay, you had Finn Balor and Roman Reigns. That's a ready-made fall feud that could take us through October, November, whenever. But I don't know what they're doing with Brock and Roman. Like, when is that match going to take place? That is a great question. But nevertheless, Demon Balor versus Roman Reigns. I'm excited for that one. That should be a great match. But it kind of feels like Finn is taking a back seat here. We'll see how that goes down. Moving on to one of the final topics of the day. Not the final topic, but Knockouts Knockdown. Impact has that going down October 9th. We got Mercedes Martinez on the show. We got a Daphne Munster Ball match, which I'm excited about that. But this is my deal. Like, the whole Forbidden Door thing. Like, you think that AEW would be in on this and we'd have more AEW Impact ladies going at it. That doesn't seem to be the case. What do you guys think about the ladies being left out on the Forbidden Door?
I think it's going on, but that's like, I don't want to say a minor scale, but you're seeing it like between Impact and NWA.
Right.
And a little bit of AAA, but you wanna go in there. There was a bit of involvement of AEW with the whole Empower pay-per-view, but I do want to see it like on a more exposed way, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. Like,
I was gonna say that I still been frustrated about this since the beginning of the pandemic. Like, we could have had some amazing storylines, and it could have weaved into 2021, 2022, long-term storytelling with the women. Because sometimes women don't get long-term storytelling, and sometimes stories don't click. And this could have been an opportunity to experiment with the women doing their own stories. Telling their own stories and, just being good at it and training. And I don't understand why we don't get enough women. We get the men and I love it. But I want to see Deonna take on new faces. We still want Deonna versus Britt. Deonna versus Thunder Rosa would be great. Deonna versus Big Flo, Diamante. Like, the whole cast that they have in AEW. And it seems like they're all taking still. Like, give them a chance. I really don't want to start a hashtag about, give the freaking women wrestlers a chance.
right.
The women of Impact have a better chance of going on Thunder Rosa's promotion than anything else in this pandemic. The same thing with the AEW women. I mean, like, I don't understand. You have a partnership. We all know you have a partnership. Utilize it. It's not only for the men.
Yeah, I agree. Like, and that's where I'm at on that one as well, man. Like, we got a lot of dream matches out there. Peraza versus Britt Baker. Like, just sitting out there. Just sitting out there with
And I feel like it's going to be a situation where what you expect Dion Aparato and what you get is Chelsea Green, and I'm like, not to be shady or anything, but
I know what you mean.
and I think that's great. It's working all promotions, but we need to see more involvement, indeed, and more long-term storytelling between them.
Yes, I agree. Open the door for the ladies. That's what I got to say, man. That's what I have to say. Moving on to the final topic of the day. Maurice Shadows making headlines. Maurice Shadows on the Person on the Top Rope podcast and discussed detailed how things change within WWE and within the WWE network, discussing the likes of Chris Benoit and others. And like Marie, you was really making headlines out there, were you not? What did you think about all that?
Man, I felt so. I had a very cheesy ass smile on my face, okay? I was really excited about it. Like, the first time I heard that Ringside News picked this up, I was like, okay, this is cool. You know, my son got featured in their thing. And then people picked it up, and like Wrestle Headline picked it up, and WrestleLamia picked it up, and whoever else did. But I was like, oh shit, am I famous now? Like, you know, should I like milk this? Like, I was really gonna milk it when I was at the AEW Dynamite show.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that. Like, everything I wanted to do for the vlog didn't work out. Like, my plan was gonna go up to fans, just be like, you know, AEW fan check, and then be like, yeah, I'm the Maurice Shadows from Fightful, that got featured on Fightful. I was really gonna milk the shit out of them.
Hey.
But I didn't think they were gonna pick up that story in particular. But yeah, that's exactly how it happened when I was there. Because Chris Benoit is always a touchy subject in WWE. So you best believe that there's a conversation about it one way or another. And then eventually they're just like, fuck it, we'll deal with it. But yeah, I was happy to say that Ringside News did not report any lies. That story is all true.
Cool. I thought it was very cool. Like all the wrestling sites that I frequent, like that was like the top headline. I was like, whoa, look at Marie, man, making headlines. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I expected, I didn't tell that story for like a scoop. I just answered the question.
Right.
Lee asked me on Crazy Top Rope. So if you ask me a question, you're going to get an answer. And if it's related to my experience, it's probably going to be a fun story.
Right. I enjoyed that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this edition of the Too Sweet Podcast. Let's y'all have any final thoughts. Man, coming next week, we're gonna be back at the same time. It seems like I told Revenant, something crazy happens in wrestling every single week. So next week we'll be here talking about something big that happened in wrestling that went down. Big shout out to Get Your Comedy Podcast, man. I love you guys. I just want to say that. I can't say it.
Shout out to
Yes, indeed, man. Yes. Oh, go ahead.
No, my bad. I didn't know my mic was on.
It's all good. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We broke down AEW, broke down NXT, Big E, new champ. What will happen next week? I am not sure. Thank you guys for coming out. I will see Rev, Resilient, Marie Shadows at Get Your Comedy Podcast. Check them out on Twitter. And yeah, we are out on this thing. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a great day and stay safe.
Take care, guys.
You do.
Peace.